What's up guys, it is I, Yusuf Al-Sanad. After having done my top 5 favorite anime series of all time list, I want to share with you guys and gals my top 5 favorite hentais of all time. This is a very unconventional, very unique list I'm planning to do for y'all. I was very hesitant about doing this list because of the backlash or controversy it might receive because of, hentai being what it is, even though I love it to death. I love porn too. But I was like, what the hell, and decided to film this video for you guys and gals. I mentioned in my top 5 favorite anime series of all time list that I wasn't going to discuss the graphic content of the hentais on this list right here, because that is not the reason why I love these hentais so much. And the reason why I love it will be discussed, and I will talk about the plot synopsis to each of these hentais as briefly as possible, because if you guys and gals do consider watching these hentais, I'd like to think that you guys and gals will enjoy these hentais. If not, I completely understand, and hentai isn't for everyone, but I really do hope you guys enjoy the video still. So without further ado, let's begin my top 5 favorite hentais of all time, shall we? I had to write each one of their names down from number 5 to number 1 because I really can't remember all the names one by one since they are all in Japanese. But at number 5 we have Bakuon, Otouto, Shibocchau, I think that's how you say it. I'm going to write each one of the names on the description box down below. Bakuon is a 1-episode hentai series, if you can even call it a series, and the story is basically about this young man named Ryo, or Ryo-kun, who returns to his family's home after he sustains an ankle injury because he's a soccer player and he's very passionate about soccer. And while he's on this cab with this cab driver, he's asking him if he likes football, to which Ryo-kun responds, of course he does, but he has an injury, so he's going back home to rehabilitate and to get better. And the cab driver was like, he's very sorry that he got the injury, but at least now he can see his parents. And Ryo-kun responds that his parents are usually off on business trips, both of them, because why not? The ones who are waiting to take care of him, however, are his 4 elder sisters, to which the cab driver once again responds, 4 beauties, eh? Ryo basically laughs it off, and when he arrives home, he meets his 4 elder sisters, 2 of whom he's going to have a very close relationship with, and you guys know where this is going. Keep in mind, Ryo-kun is coming home to rehabilitate his ankle injury, only when his eldest sister, the eldest one, discovers these DVDs and magazines or whatever mangas she found in his bag. She learns that her younger brother has a loli fetish or a loli addiction. Loli, if you don't know, is a genre within the hentai medium that basically shows a younger girl, a very young girl, premature actually, and she engages in, sexual acts with older men. So she has a family meeting and all the sisters are basically gathered up to discuss how they are going to rehabilitate their younger brother for his loli addiction. Ryo did not expect this at all when he came back home. No, he did not. This hentai, like the rest of the other hentais on my list, I enjoy it for the charm, the whimsical nature of it, and just how silly and outlandish it is because of the whole sisters trying to rehabilitate their brother for his supposed loli addiction, even though he never knew how those DVDs and mangas got into his bag in the first place. How could these 4 elder sisters not distinguish between loli addiction and ankle injury? At number 4 we have JK Bitch ni Shiboraretai. I'm really not good at my Japanese pronunciation. I would like to learn how to pronounce proper Japanese. Hopefully I will someday. The entire language too. JK Bitch, that's the title right there, I kid you not, is this 2-episode hentai series that basically follows this young man and his relationship with this very promiscuous girl. This girl is actually referred to as the high school slut. I am not joking, guys. She actually is referred to openly as a high school slut, and she takes money from this young man who's obviously her favorite. When I say favorite, I mean it in a very particular area, but I won't delve into that. This young girl basically provides sexual pleasure for this young man so she can have some money. Their relationship goes from them making this deal, even though she's the one who initiated this deal. It goes from that to it becoming a more serious relationship, which involves a lot of sex, a lot of pleasure, desire, and all that kind of jazz. These two hentai episodes is just so cute, so adorable, and once again very outlandish. And it has its charming quality to it, especially how this girl becomes very possessive of this young man. At the same time, she does show genuine affection for him and does like him in a very real way. Only she likes him in the way a sex addict or nymphomaniac would like a guy who's also a sex addict. So you put two and two together, they become very compatible, and because they are compatible and they are really cute together, I can't help but enjoy these two episodes of this hentai series. At number 3 we have Stringendo Angel Privet Lessons. I think that's how you say it. It's basically this anime series which takes place in high school and follows these high school boys who are your average looking, or rather below average looking high school boys, each of who have a huge crush on the most popular, the most beautiful high school girls you can think of. Little do they know, however, these high school girls who are popular and beautiful as hell are actually very promiscuous. Stringendo is a 12-episode hentai series, and the whole series revolves around these high school girls engaging in sexual acts with these below average young men. I have to give whoever wrote this hentai series a lot of praise, because usually in these kind of series, or just in real life in general, you'd see a girl who would take the hottest, most popular guy in school who's as equally as popular as she is. So why in hell are they wasting their time with these young men who are clearly virgins, and young men who can't even look at a girl without losing his nerve or his composure? And it's really strange. That's the point the writer is trying to convey in this hentai series. It works well, it's so much fun to watch, like the other two hentais I mentioned, and it's something I really enjoy. At number 2 we have Shoujo times Shoujo times Shoujo. That's the title right there. The story to Shoujo times Shoujo times Shoujo is basically about this young man named Kengo who returns home to the Tengo family's manor. He returns home after many years since he ran away because his father, who is the head of the Tengo family, he was very abusive and downright horrible to him. He used to beat him and kick his ass every chance he gets. Kengo's father had so much high hopes in him to become the head of his family and to make sure that the family bloodline continues. The Tengo family take pride in them having marriage within their family circle. That means Kengo has to marry whichever one of his sisters. The eldest sister is the one who asked him to return back to his family home, the Tengo family, because they are so scared of their father. So Kengo returns home to help his little sisters and to end his father's reign of terror upon the Tengo family household. Shoujo times Shoujo times Shoujo may come off as a dark, tragic 2-episode hentai series, but honestly guys, I was very surprised by the end. I won't say what the ending is, but it was quite satisfying and pleasing. These 2 episodes of Shoujo I really enjoyed quite a lot, and I can't wait to watch it once again. And finally, at number 1 we have First Love. First Love is a 3-episode hentai series. Each episode has a very different story. The one thing they have in common is how they all take place in the same timeline. Each episode takes place during the summertime, and the first episode begins prior to the summer, before the second one begins right before the summer starts, leading up to the third episode, which is during the summer. Each episode, like the title suggests, is a love story, or a love story that does blossom, each of which I really love, guys. I mean, you know I'm a huge sucker for love stories. I love nothing more than to see an organic relationship be built between two people who start off as friends but eventually grow to love each other, and they become more than just friends. They become companions, lovers, and eventually they get married. Now in the case with the first episode, it's a love that blooms between an older brother and his little sister, and the second episode shows a relationship between a young man and this young girl. The young girl has one consistent emotion expressed on her face, that being anger and disgust. As the episode plays plays out, the boy will learn that her looking angry and looking pissed is actually a sign that she's very happy and is very overjoyed to be with him. And of course, the third episode is my absolute favorite. It's about this love being bloomed between two cousins who haven't seen each other in a very long time. These two cousins, the boy Koichi and the girl Makoto, haven't seen each other in a long time since their last encounter when they were kids, after they had an argument which they both haven't forgotten. And when Makoto comes to visit Koichi in his home, she goes from that very rude, crude, tomboyish girl who had flat chest and wore boys' clothing and had short hair, which I really love by the way, to becoming a more feminine lady who has big tits, a curve, wears a dress, and she wears a wig. The reason behind her wearing a wig is because she couldn't grow her hair for some reason. Makoto is very scared that Koichi won't find her to be cute or to be beautiful if she were to have only short hair. But Koichi tells her countless times he loves her no matter what, and he actually prefers her the way she is, the short-haired girl he fell in love with when they were very young. I absolutely love and adore each episode in First Love, but my favorite has to be the third episode because I just love how these two, Makoto and Koichi, go back and forth with each other. They are clearly best friends who will become lovers, and them being best friends, they used to argue, they used to go back and forth, have these witty banters, and they used to criticize one another. I would love to meet a girl who has both feminine and masculine traits. That comes with short hair, a very crude, raunchy personality, and she has to have scars all over her body because I dig the scars. And most of all, she has to have a no bullshit attitude. I love girls who speak their mind, who are strong, and girls who can control the man. That is the kind of girl I love so much, and I see that girl in Makoto. I love her to death, guys, and that's exactly why the third episode of First Love is my favorite, hands down. That's my top 5 favorite hentai series of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. I know I made a very ballsy decision to make this video, but it's one I really wanted to share with you guys and gals because I love hentai, I love porn, I love all mediums in the entertainment industry that includes movies, television, and games. I felt like this was the right time to share this list with you guys and gals, and it's one I'm very proud of. I don't mean to repeat myself, but thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to see more from me, then please check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all kind of good stuff. And until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.